This is my first YouTube video. Today I'm gonna be making baked lobster mac and cheese. I'm gonna get straight to the point because I hate watching YouTube videos and people just talk. Like, I just want to be like, shut up and get straight to the point. So I'm just gonna get straight to the point. So for this baked lobster mac and cheese, you're going to need something to bake in, of course. You're going to need some cheese, of course. I recommend using only 3 types. You can use any kind of cheese that you want. I personally like provolone, Colby Jack, and sharp cheddar for this. Noodles. Now, most people use elbow or the other one. So you're gonna need butter. You're going to need Creole seasoning, garlic salt, pepper, and Old Bay, of course, because it gives the mac and cheese.
Gives it that good old seafood flavor.
Good. And some cream. And I'm using these 3 to 4 ounce lobster tails. I'm going to thaw them out and devein them and cut the lobster into cubes. Yeah. So, let's do it. So I forgot to mention that you can use any type of lobster that you want. And you can also use like shrimp or crab meat. Personally, I just like lobster. I don't really want shrimp or crab meat in my stuff. So yeah, so I happen to have bought frozen lobster tails. So while my lobster tails are thawing, I'm going to go ahead and start my pasta. At the same time, I'm going to start the cheese sauce. So I'm going to use a whole box of, this is like a whole 1 pound box. And I'm cooking to eat for like 2 or 3 days. So I'm going to also go ahead and use half a box because I'm cooking for like 5 people. So half a box. So I used 1.5 a box of pasta.
Which is a lot.
I'm just going to add some salt and butter here. So you don't want to cook the pasta too much because you still have to bake it. So you want to keep an eye on it and make sure it's like not that cooked. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Move on to the next step.
Okay, so we're going to start the cheese sauce. I'm using a big glob of butter, which I'm using like a lot of butter because
usually I use like a stick of butter. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not measuring anything. I'm just kind of going with like the flow and like, you know, really just eyeing things. So while the butter is melting, you're gonna add some cream in there. So you wanna add just enough. So my fire is like on kind of high right now.
Kinda high. What
So
I mean by
like
kinda high
much.
is like medium high.
My fire is like on high right now.
Medium
because,
high.
once I start adding the cheese, I'm gonna lower it.
The cheese will melt nice and slowly.
I'm actually gonna be making a whole lot. So I'm gonna use the whole carton. I'm using the heavy whipping cream. So I'm adding like the whole, yeah. I'm gonna save the carton because I'm also gonna add some water. So when I do add the water, which I'm not gonna do right now, I'm going to add the water in the carton and then add it on. So now that I'm gonna add the cheese, I'm gonna turn the fire on low. Well, sort of low because, okay. Yeah, so once again, I'm not measuring. I'm just kind of just going with the flow, like eyeing stuff. So as you're eyeing as you're adding the cheese, you want to kind of whisk it, you know. Whisk it at the same time. So you want to like add cheese and whisk. Add cheese and whisk. Or whisk with one hand and add cheese with the other. I'm adding my provolone first. Okay. I'm gonna move on to the Colby Jack. Okay, so I switched pots.
And added
and
the
I'm
Colby
gonna
Jack.
go ahead and continue adding the rest of the cheese. Sharp cheddar now. Whisk. You know what? It's starting to become really thick, so I'm gonna
add some water.
So it looks like I'm adding the whole bag, all 3 bags of cheese.
You don't want it too watery or too thick.
Yeah.
When you're ready, add the seasoning.
Go ahead and add some garlic salt, not powder, garlic salt. Okay, like I said, I am heavy with my seasoning. I don't measure once again, so we're adding some Creole. Now the Creole gives it that spice, that good old taste, like. So I really do enjoy using Creole seasoning for a lot of my cooking. Okay,
especially seafood.
Like not really. Okay, there we go. Go ahead. That's Creole. We're gonna go ahead and add the Obe, which is gonna give it that seafood flavor, you know. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. I love Obe seasoning, by the way, for any of my seafood. Okay. And of course, we're gonna add some pepper. Oh God. Okay. I love pepper, so I'm gonna be adding lots of it. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and add some more Obe. You can taste it after. I'm gonna whisk that all together. I'm gonna whisk it and then see if I need any more of anything.
Add whatever you think it needs more of.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut the lobster shell in the middle. Ouch, I poked myself, that hurts. Okay, I'm gonna cut it in the middle. And I'm going to kind of open it, crack it. The back is gonna crack. Did you see that? Yeah. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the lobster tail out.
Lobster meat, I mean.
All right. So then you see, oh, there's actually, I'll cut the tail off. Like, there's actually no deveining to do. It's actually deveined. I mean, I didn't see any vein on this one anyway. So then after I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and slice it down the middle. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cube it. Okay, so I actually just figured out that if you take the tail off first, it'd be easier to crack open. So see that? Yeah, so I'm gonna split this down the middle and go ahead and so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add my pasta inside the cheese sauce.
Or you can flip it around and add the cheese on top of the pasta.
The pasta was drained and already cooked. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and kind of, ooh, okay, there's pasta everywhere. Okay. like I said, I'm cooking for about 5 people. So this is a lot of food here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and, there are some noodles left over. I guess I made a little bit too much, but that's perfect. So we have all of this pasta and all of this cheese. I'm just gonna mix it up and kind of get it all, the cheese all over the pasta. So, I mean, you can add more of this right here. Will let you know if you need anything else. Like, do you need more? What kind of more seasoning do you need and stuff like that? So I'm just gonna go ahead. I don't want to break the noodles up, so I'm gonna kind of fold it. You know, like I can add the rest of the pasta. Let's see. It's looking like I could. I love cheese. I love cheese. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy. You know what? I'm not gonna add any more pasta. This is enough. So this is what's left. Just this little bit right here. Like, I kind of made a little bit too much. Okay, that's fine. I mean, if I had a bigger pot, it would be awesome, but I don't. So just gonna go ahead and keep mixing it. Guys, this is so good. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and try one. Still needs to be baked, but for the most part, so good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna add the pasta to the baking dish. So let's go ahead and do that now. Are you zooming? There we go. Look at all that cheese. We don't even need, usually when you bake mac and cheese, you go ahead and put some more cheese on top. But I'm not gonna do that.
Actually,
I probably am gonna top it off with some parm.
my family signaled to me just now that I should, so.
Which I've never done before, but I'm sure it's gonna be really good. So now, look at that. It's like, I'm just gonna go ahead now and add the raw. I actually want to put some, I love lobster with butter on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and drench my lobster in butter first. So I put some butter in here. I'm just gonna mix it up, sort of. I love the buttery lobster taste, you know. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just put that, sprinkle it all over the mac and cheese. You just want to kind of mix the lobster in there. So at first I wasn't gonna top it off with cheese on top, but I am now. So I didn't say this in the beginning of my video, but I'm going to top it off with some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna let this bake for about
45 minutes to an hour.
So yeah, this is my first YouTube video. Like, I guess with my next few videos, I'll show more personality and make my videos a little bit more fun. Like I said, I just wanted to get straight to the point, and I would appreciate any comments and likes and shares.
Yeah.
So I ended up baking for about 40 minutes. I never made this much before. So yeah. So this is about 40 minutes here, and now I'm going to taste it. Okay, so you guys need to see my reaction when I taste this. All right, so here we go. Let me find a piece with lobster. Okay, here we go. Very, very good. Very good. If you want, I think I'm gonna add some more Creole, like sprinkle some Creole over still. Yep, really good. So there you have it, guys. That's how you make baked lobster mac and cheese. Check out more of my videos, which will soon be coming out. Thank you.